I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new block, where that thing. Bitches on my line, and you know they come strapped, hold up.
Bismillahi wa bihamdih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody. I'm here and with my friend would like to present our material today about the nature of learner language. But before that, would like to introduce my members' name. First, my name is Alwi Hanan. The second one is Ernita Sari. The third one is Ihda, Husnayaini, Jamilah. And the last one is Antomi Saputra. Okay, here, before we continue present our material, I would like to give you what the meaning of the material about. Language learning is an active process that begins at birth and continues throughout life. Students learn language as they use it to communicate their thoughts, feelings, and experience, establish relationship with family members and friends, and strive to make sense and order to their words. Oke, di sini saya akan membacakan rumusan masalahnya juga. Yang pertama, apa yang dimaksud dengan nature of learner language? Apa saja langkah-langkah dalam menganalisis kesalahannya? Dan apa saja pola perkembangan dari the nature of learner language? Yang ketiga, tujuan penulisan. Dapat mengetahui apa itu the nature of language, dapat mengetahui langkah-langkah dalam menganalisis kesalahan, dapat mengetahui pola perkembangan dari the nature of learner language. Okay, I would like to present to you the material about the nature of learner language. Language learner is an active process that begins at birth and continues throughout life. Students learn language as they use it to communicate their thoughts, feelings, and experience, establish relationship with family members and friends, and strive to make sense and order their words. Second language is learning is concrete with the process and study of how people acquired a second language, which is often referred to as target language and opposite to native language. Okay, the next material will deliver with my sister Ernita Sari. For her, please.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here, I will continue the material presented by Brother Alwi Hanan earlier. B. Errors and error analysis. There are good reasons to focus errors. 1. They are conspicuous feature of learner language. 2. It is useful for teachers to know what errors learners make. 3. It is possible that making error may actually help learners to learn when they self-correct the errors they make. And then steps in analyzing error. 1. Identifying errors. The first step in analyzing students' errors is to identify them. Native speakers often make mistakes when they are tired or under pressure to communicate. We need to distinguish mistakes and mistakes. Errors reflect gaps in learner knowledge. It happens because the learner does not know what is right. Errors reflect occasional lapses in the show. It happens because in certain instances, the learner cannot do what he knows. For example, if the student consistently replaces contains with contained, this indicates a lack of knowledge or error. However, if they sometimes say filed and sometimes filed. This indicates that they have knowledge of the correct form and are simply sleeping or incorrectly. 2. Describing errors. When errors have been identified, they can be described and classified into types. There are several ways of doing this. The first, to classify errors into grammatical categories. And the second, to try identify general ways in which the learner's utterances differ from reconstructed targets. Language utterances such ways include omissions, misinformations, and misordering. Classifying errors can help us to diagnose learners' learning problem at any one stage of the development and also to plot how change in error patterns occur over time. 3. Explaining errors. Error identification and descriptions is the start of a much more interesting task of trying to explain why it happened. Errors are for the most part systematic and to some extent predictable and universal. Errors can have different sources. Students make omissions errors. For example, they omit the articles a and the and leave the means in plural nouns. Using it instead of it is an example of an overgeneralizations error. Other errors, however, reflect students' attempts to utilize their L1 knowledge. This is known as a transfer error. 4. Error evaluations. The purpose of error analysis is to help students learn L2. So there is a need to evaluate errors. Some errors, known as global errors, block the entire sentence structure and for this reason can make processing difficult. Other errors, known as local errors, affect only one constituent in a sentence and are perhaps less likely to create any processing problems. And then for the next material will be delivered by my sister Ihda Husnayaini Jamilah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nama saya Ihda Husnayaini Jamilah. Saya akan melanjutkan penjelasan dari saudari Ernita Sari. C. Development patterns. The first, the early stage of L2 acquisition, we can find out how a language is learned as a natural, untutored process by investigating what learners do when exposed to the L2 in communicative settings. Some L2 learners, particularly if they are children, undergo a silent period. That is, they make no attempt to say anything to begin with. Of course, they may be learning a lot about the language just through listening for reading it. The second order of acquisition, they investigate the order of acquisition. Research goes a number of grammatical structure to study. They collect samples of linear language and identify how actually each feature is used by different learners. This enables them to arrive at an accuracy order must be the same as the order of acquisition on the grounds that the more accurately learners are able to use particular feeders, the more likely they are to have acquired the feeders early. The third sequence of acquisition, when learners acquire a grammatical structure, they do gradually. moving through a series of steps en route to acquiring the native speaker role. The acquisition follows a U-shaped course of development that is initially learners may display a high level of acquirement only to apparently regress later before finally once again performing in accordance with target language norm. Pola perkembangan. 1. Tahap awal akuisisi L2. Kita dapat mengetahui bagaimana sebuah bahasa dipelajari sebagai proses yang alami dan tanpa bimbingan dengan menyelidiki apa yang dilakukan pembelajar ketika dihadapkan pada L2 dalam situasi komunikatif. Beberapa pelajar L2, terutama jika masih anak-anak, menjalani masa diam. Artinya, mereka tidak berusaha untuk mengatakan apapun sejak awal. Tentu saja, mereka mungkin belajar banyak tentang bahasa hanya dengan mendengarkan atau membacanya. Kedua, urutan akuisisi. Untuk menyelidiki urutan pemerolehan, peneliti memilih sejumlah struktur tata bahasa untuk dipelajari. Mereka mengumpulkan sampel bahasa pelajar dan mengidentifikasi seberapa akurat setiap fitur digunakan oleh pelajar yang berbeda. Ini memungkinkan mereka untuk sampai pada urutan akurasi. Mereka kemudian berpendapat bahwa urutan akurasi harus sama dengan urutan perolehan dengan alasan bahwa semakin akurat pembelajar dapat menggunakan fitur tertentu, semakin besar kemungkinan mereka memperoleh fitur tersebut lebih awal. 3. Urutan akuisisi. Ketika pelajar memperoleh struktur tata bahasa, mereka melakukannya secara bertahap, bergerak melalui berangkaian tahapan dalam perjalanan untuk memperoleh peraturan penutur asli. Perolehan struktur gramatikal tertentu karenanya harus dilihat sebagai proses yang melibatkan konstruksi transisional. Akuisisi mengikuti jalur perkembangan berbentuk U, yaitu pada awalnya pembelajaran mungkin menampilkan tingkat akurasi yang tinggi, kemudian yang tinggi hanya untuk kemudian terlihat mundur sebelum akhirnya sekali lagi tampil sesuai dengan norma bahasa target. Sekian, mungkin penjelasan berikutnya akan dilanjutkan oleh saudara Antomi Saputra.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will continue the material section D. Variability in learner language. The first, linguistic context. In one context, learners use it one form while in other contexts they use it alternate forms. The linguistic context for the quiz of past tense. Marker is created by the verb itself. The second, situational context. Learners are no different from native speakers. The third, psycholinguistic context. Another important factor that accounts for systematic nature of variability is the psycholinguistic context. Whatever learners have the opportunity to plan their production. Maybe just that. From me, plus I says, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, we have to listen before what the meaning of the material. And then now, I'm here would like to give you the conclusion. Conclusion is Not all learners reach the stage of completion for every grammatical structure. Many will continue to show on-target language variability in at least some grammatical feature. It is for this reason that we can speak of fossilization. Many learners stop developing while still lacking target language competency. Okay, maybe that's all from us. I hope you and all of us can take some lesson from this video. And the last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.